What's up, guys? Welcome back to Digital Dive-In. As always, my name is Monkey.
Same Prodigy, always live and loaded. What's up?
We're here playing, well, at least I am here playing Destiny 2, only because it was free on PSN like a while ago. But I'm playing this today purely because there's a lot of shit going down with Activision, Blizzard, and Bungie, who obviously Bungie made Destiny 2, and Activision Blizzard published it. So the recent news is, and this news dropped around like what, Friday, Thursday, something like that. But anyways, apparently Bungie and Activision Blizzard have officially split. They're no longer together publishing Destiny. So now Destiny 2 is being self-published by Bungie, going forward at least, which is huge. I mean, the Destiny games have always been very controversial to begin with. And Julian, I know you have a lot of opinions about the Destiny games and Destiny 2 especially.
Oh yes, but go on.
I mean, the biggest thing is a lot of fans are happy with this. Now, I'm going to be completely and utterly honest with you guys. I am not that huge of a Destiny fan. I'm a very passive Destiny fan. I was more of a fan of the first Destiny when it first released, and I played it.
Same.
I fucking rocked it. It was dope. And then it just kind of, I just totally lost interest because I found out that half the game was in the fucking DLC. So I'm like, why? Also, side note, if I look red or orange to you, I apologize. It is my lights. Not my fault. Anyways, so I know a lot of like actual big fans of Destiny and Destiny 2 are actually rather happy with this because everyone assumed Activision was the reason that they were pushing all these like DLC shits, like the Eververse and the season passes and the DLC and all that crap.
So what was the job of Activision? Like, what did they actually do for Destiny, for the company? Like, what did they do?
Well, Activision was purely just the publisher. So they... Oh, shit. Wow, I just got destroyed. After Bungie left the Halo series, and Halo went to 343 Studios, right? I think it's 343.
That sounds
Bungie moved on. Bungie moved on, and they started working on this game. Now, of course, Bungie on their own, they're going to have some issues. Like, they can only live off the Halo name for so long. So Activision Blizzard came in. I was like, hey, we'll help you out, and we'll put our name behind yours and give you like a jump start to get Destiny off the ground, basically. And that was a dope idea, and it worked because Destiny blew up. But then Activision, as they always do with all their fucking games, started like pushing DLC and season passes and fucking whatever else they could for this game. And a lot of people felt like Activision was holding Destiny back from reaching their full potential, which I can see.
I mean, if Activision was the reason, then for the DLC and everything, then yes, because it killed the game.
Yeah, because honestly, like, I'm going to be the first to say it. I'm not the first to say it. So many fucking people have said this already. Fucking Destiny, half of the game of Destiny is in their DLC, and I think it's so stupid. And actually, their last DLC, the Forsaken, whatever the fuck it was called, performed horribly, which I knew was going to happen because, like I said, no one wants to just buy a $60 game and then spend a shit ton of money on DLC. Like, no.
And the thing is, like, you can tell that they were getting desperate with it just because of the fact that you saw it everywhere. Like,
yeah.
I was watching Family Guy. I was even watching like a fucking Steven Universe episode, and it just pops up everywhere. Like, no matter what I watch. Yeah. I'm watching a foreign movie and I see a trailer for Destiny.
Yeah, it was on like fucking YouTube. It was like there were a shit ton of ads. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Why?
So they gave it its own tab on PSN. I'm like, I get it, guys. I get you, but no. And the fact that the DLC, the way the DLC goes, is that you have to get all the other ones. Like they align with each other.
Exactly.
Like you can't get one without the other. So that means that you're not just paying you're paying at least the extra $30. That makes this an $80 game. You know, just so they can get a piece of the story that was promised.
Not a fan.
And
that's what they do with Destiny 1. And yeah, Destiny 1 performed really well because it got that cult following. Basically, like any of these games, like freaking Overwatch has a cult following now. They were designing this to be like the next futuristic shooter, like the next Halo, but you can't do Halo with like a shit ton of DLCs. That just doesn't work.
And it's like I give Destiny 1 a pass, and this is how I judge most games. That if you're having a game series and you plan on having a game series, let the first game be the only fuck up in the game series. Because after that, that's your chance. We invested in you. You show us what you could do. All right, you have things missing. Now you're gonna make a sequel, right? Promise to fix everything, right?
Yeah, right.
Cool.
Exactly.
I'll look into it. But what did they do? They promised more story. They didn't give you any more story until the DLCs came out. They promised you more variety. It was pretty much the same game as the first one with updated graphics. Oh, yeah,
basically.
And a little bit more of a story.
I just died.
You know, everything that they promised, not only everything that they promised in Destiny 1 didn't deliver in Destiny 2, everything that they promised in Destiny 2 didn't deliver in Destiny 2.
Exactly.
So why the fuck am I going to stick around for a third one? Like, no,
he's got a point. No,
Destiny
that's one.
dying.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how I felt. That's why I didn't buy the second game. I was like, no. But with this whole Activision thing, I think that like they actually have the chance to. They actually have the chance to maybe make Destiny what it should have been in the beginning, and not just be like a money-hungry bitch.
Well, I mean, I feel
because that's what Activision does. Activision is all money. It's basically like it's almost like EA.
Yeah, EA is getting real bad with that shit too, and that's why a lot of people don't play sports games anymore. Because it's just like, dude, EA just sucks.
Yep.
I mean, and it's the thing that these these companies used to be good. Like they used to be worth their title and their name, and you know the hype now.
Yeah.
And I don't even, and it's crazy because I can remember a distinct time between when there was DLC for games and when there wasn't DLC for games. Like I don't remember the in between where it was like slowly like they were starting to incorporate it more and more to the fact that now every game has like DLC almost.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Even when it's not necessary. You know, I kind of want to go back to the simpler times when games were $40. You know, and then you weren't paying like an extra $50 for things that should have been in the game. Like when they put out a game on PS2, it was a game. It was a full game. It didn't need multiplayer. It kept you pretty active, you know, for at least a year or two. Like you were playing that game, didn't matter what it was. Like it was great. You know, obviously it had some bombs, but nowadays it's just DLC crazy.
Yeah,
you know,
it is. No, it is. And that's, like I said, that's why a lot of fans are really happy about this, because the general thought was these DLCs were happening because of Activision. Like that was their call, not Bungie. Now we'll have to see what the future of Destiny 2, because so far, and I will link to all these articles in the description. But the one that I'm getting most of the information from is from GameSpot. So shout out to GameSpot, your shit's dope. They said that everything for Destiny 2, the plans are going unchanged, at least for the PC version. And that's still operating under the Activision-owned Blizzard Battle.net. So that's still going to be running. That's still going to be fine. Like nothing's going to change with that. I think the biggest changes are going to come with the future of Destiny as a series. So assuming we get Destiny 3, that's going to be self-published by Bungie. That's going to be fucking huge, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be their first self-published game, because I don't think they self-published Halo. Right?
I mean, they're big. I don't think they did. But by now they're big enough to be able to handle a self-published title. You know, so I'm more worried about what the concrete game is going to be, because if they haven't noticed, their sales have been declining. You know, because it always starts off with like, you know, it looks really good at first. It looks all pretty and great, and they say a lot of good things about it, and then you play it, it's an empty shell of what it's supposed to be. So,
Yeah.
I did not appreciate, and the fact is, I got Destiny 2 and 1, so I beat Destiny 1, and then I didn't get any of the DLC because I felt, why would I need it? I paid $60 for a complete game, and then you get to the second one, and they're referencing things that I don't know, went over my head. I didn't play the Taken King. I didn't play, you know, the Revenge of the Fallen.
Yeah, I hate that. Like
that.
That's one of the things that I absolutely despise when it comes to video games. When they start making heavy story references to DLC from the past game. Like, not everyone get that DLC. All right? Like I don't do that. That's fucked up. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how the future of Destiny goes on from here. Now, and this just hit, I think, today, and today as in Sunday or Saturday, I guess. But apparently, where are you? There you are. Sorry, I'm trying to find the article. Currently, Activision Blizzard, and by the way, Activision Blizzard is not the same as Blizzard. Blizzard is the developer. Activision Blizzard is just a publisher. Link to that old fucking thing down in the description down below as well. But apparently Activision Blizzard is currently under investigation for fraud following the Bungie split. Now, the article goes on to explain that the fraud might not be exactly linked to the split itself, but the fact that there's some talk about insider trading and a bunch of other shit regarding fraud because like Activision's stock dipped, like it tanked down below like $48 after the whole split happened. So the whole issue right now is like, if people sold or bought before or after, did they know about the split happening, or, you know, insider trading, what have you, that kind of bullshit. But like the article actually explains that it might not be exactly linked to the split, but the fact of the matter is they are under investigation. And this lawsuit's coming from a law firm, Pomerantz LLP. They're filing a class action lawsuit. But apparently no suit has officially been filed yet. It's just in the talks of being filed. So there's, you know, quite a bit to happen before it officially gets filed, but as of right now, it's happening.
I would say I don't want, I would say I care about Activision's future, but I don't, since they got rid of all the things that made me care about it. They gave away Spider-Man. I love the Spider-Man games; those are great.
Okay, Marvel's Spider-Man did better than Activision could have ever done.
Yeah, so they gave away that. The Call of Duties went to shit, so that's over.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
All the big things that they used to do are done. Like, so I really don't care what happens to them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the fact that there's still a huge name in the video game industry. You know, they're not dead. That's the thing. But however, after the split, who knows? They could be. Yeah. We'll have to wait and see what happens, because this is big for the video game industry. Like, Activision is still a huge name. So I honestly have no idea what's going to happen. You're right? Seriously, basically. Now, a lot of people have their own like thoughts about Activision, whether they like them or hate them or whatever. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan. They were dope back in the day when they were still making Call of Duty games and shit. But I don't know. To me, I think they kind of lost their spark.
Yeah, I mean, it happens.
Oh shit, that was not good. Honestly, I think that Destiny 3 could be a hell of a lot better, and it might actually end up getting rebooted. Like, Destiny 3 might be the official reboot of Destiny.
I will tell you this: if it doesn't deliver in spades, it's like they've gotten to the point where they promised so many things that haven't happened, including the whole beginning. Like, it's going to be a 10-year series, it's going to be great, it's going to be awesome. If they don't deliver on Destiny 3, it will fail. It will ultimately bomb.
Well, that's the whole thing. Like, the whole
That's the
reason
only-
they were
those are-
saying it was going to be a 10-year thing was purely because fucking they signed that 10-year publishing contract with Activision Blizzard. And it was supposed to be like this 10-year thing.
Ew.
That's why. But now
Well,
that
if it dies-
Activision Blizzard's out, I believe that Destiny could definitely, like, you know, become way better.
I mean, if it doesn't die, it needs a reboot. If it doesn't reboot, then the third one's either going to be really great or it's going to fail. They don't really
Yeah.
have any room for any more mistakes. Like, they don't. Like, they're at the point where there's going to be no gray area with the third game. It's either going to do great or nah.
Basically. Basically,
So
yeah.
they better, like, really step their game up.
Yeah, they definitely do. I mean, I'm not going to say Destiny's a bad game. Destiny's a fun game if you like this kind of game.
You just get bored. If you
Yeah.
don't like
It's just
if you don't
grind.
like competitive multiplayer, it gets really boring. Cause like you do the same raids over and over again, you do the same shit over and over. Like it gets boring if you don't like the multiplayer. But I honestly, I really don't like saying negative things about people because that's just bad energy in the world. So I hope everything works out for both of them. you
Yeah,
know?
I hope so too. I mean,
But-
say what you will about Activision, but like they're good business. They are. They know how to do it. It's just
Yeah,
you know, I still don't like the
I don't
way
know
they do
how
it, but they know
still-
how.
Yeah, I don't know how they're pumping out. I don't know still how they're pumping out Call of Duties every year with the way they're looking right now. But they still are. They're still hashing them out.
Oh my god,
Good
yeah.
for them.
But anyways, guys, yeah, what are your thoughts about this whole Activision Blizzard Bungie split? Are you happy about it? If you're a Destiny fan, let us know what your biggest gripe with the game was, and let us know if it was a Destiny issue or I'm sorry,
The whole
Activision
game as a
issue.
whole.
Let us know if it was an Activision issue or if it was just a game issue.
The
Let us
whole
know all
thing,
your thoughts
everything.
about everything we talked about down in the comment section below.
Destiny can die.
If you like this video, go ahead and swipe right on that like button. If you're new to the
Only
channel,
if you don't like Destiny.
if you like this video and you want to see more of us diving into the latest news surrounding TV, video games, and movies, please hit the subscribe button, hit that bell so you can get notified whenever our videos go live. Anyways, Jules, thanks so much for coming on today and talking about Destiny 2.
I love you, bro. Always.
I love you too, man. Guys, stay excellent, and we'll see you in the next dive-in.
Whoop whoop.